Paging Planet SketchUp. Planet SketchUp, are you there? Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Welcome to SketchUp Live. It's Friday afternoon. You know where it's at. What time is it?
Excuse me! I think it's time!
That's right. Today we'll be looking at Luke Whitelock's sci-fi kit bashing SketchUp pack and creating some amazing SketchUp science fiction design. So sit tight for the best day of the week. It's Friday, it's SketchUp Live time, and now your host for the day, it's Mr. Aaron Dietzen.
Oh, you, you just never know what you're going to get. Hello and welcome to SketchUp Live. I am Aaron Dietzen. I am lucky enough to get to spend my Friday afternoons hanging out with you guys and modeling in SketchUp. This is the highlight of my week, so I love this. Not just because I get to model in SketchUp. I mean, I could technically do it anytime. I love it because I get to hang out with you guys and do it. So this week's a little different from previous weeks. Not only do we have sweet sound transitions and intros, but we're actually just streaming on one platform that is just YouTube. So thank you guys for coming over. If you're already a YouTuber, then thanks for having us into your place. And if you were watching it on a different platform and came to YouTube, thanks for following us. That's pretty awesome. All right, so with that, I'll do a couple more introductions. I am not out here on my own, fortunately, because it's lonely in space, and no one can hear you pun. So everybody say hello to Jody Gates.
Hey, everybody.
Jody is, as always, our moderating voice of reason. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have our I don't want to boil it down to just intro guy, but the intro guy, Matt Robinson.
What?
Huh.
Oh, intro and sound effect guy, apparently.
I did get the sound effect thing set up, so we'll have all kinds of sound effects going on all day, hopefully.
That's awesome. And I did want to do a special shout out too. I did not do a lower third for him, but I don't know if you guys caught that little wipe, that little SketchUp Live transition. That was actually put together by our video production intern, Nick Quam, who is actually joining us too. Say hi, Nick.
Hi, everyone.
So yeah, we are lucky enough to have Nick for the summer as an intern, and he's doing an awesome job helping us out. He's going to help get our YouTube stuff in order, and also has done some pretty awesome editing already, just first couple weeks. So yeah, so we got a crew. We got a whole bunch of people here. So we're going to hop in and we're going to do this thing. I feel like I'm in a whole new room with transitions. Like I just ran across the hall or something. That's fun.
I'm sad that I can't see these transitions. Every time you talk about transitions, I presume, or I just have to guess something magical just happened.
Yeah, it was magical. Just imagine the best thing you could think of, and it's kind of like that. Is really the way it went.
Trinket 11.
You just have to watch the replay and then come back next week and react appropriately at the right time.
Oh my god. I feel like all Matt's done in the last week or however long is just download samples to his little soundboard.
And songs. He did send me songs this morning too, so there was also that.
Anything audio. That's
right.
what I've been doing.
All right.
I feel like it's once I get in the mindset of of doing the sound effects, I completely forget about talking myself. So I'm like, I feel like I should be jumping in, but I'm just like looking for the next sound. So
Sound effects are basically the emoji of the
ears,
world, the video world.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That works for me.
Once I started typing emojis into just regular chat, then all of a sudden my text is gibberish.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even do that. I just like click and hold and hit the thumbs up. That's it. That's all you're getting from me. Anyways, all right.
Do it. So we are gonna do it. This is gonna be a fun one because So some of you have heard the name or maybe know of Luke Whitelock already. He's going to be one of our guests this year on Fireside Chat. But he just recently released a course on SketchUp. And even more recently, he released a kit bash kit.
Kit bashing.
That's the one. So he's got a whole bunch of sci-fi pieces that you can basically put together to create the sci-fi stuff. I don't want to pigeonhole you. I don't tell you how to use your kit bashing. You do your thing. But the cool thing is it is available right now. You can actually go purchase the kit we're going to take a look at. And not only that, but Luke also said if you get there from watching this stream, he's going to give you a discount. So we actually have information. We can share out both the link on Gumroad and that code. It's pretty cool.
Gumroad.com/LukeWhitelockDesign. Discount code WhitelockDesign.
Still getting the timing down, but
But we'll put that in the chat too, so you can actually see that. Yeah, sorry. Several people are concerned about Jody not being loud enough. So
It's because I'm not talking. Actually,
Oh.
is probably the thing. Maybe if I talk more,
see,
I'll try and interrupt you on a regular basis.
I'll say I just need to be doing more stuff because then Jody has something to comment on. That seems to be how that
Right.
works.
I mean, right now, if I comment, it's sort of just a judgment of your character. And
That's right.
if we wait 5 minutes, it'll be about your talent.
Oh, that's cool. I appreciate that. That's probably good for my self-esteem. No,
That's
I
all
think
I'm here
actually I
for.
think I lose out either way on that one, so I don't know that it matters. Okay, well let's tee my self-esteem up for Jody to whack away at. So
Yay!
I have an empty model in SketchUp. I also have open the kit that Luke is selling right now. So I figured we'd take a fly through of this real quick just to see what the pieces are, and then we'll start designing some stuff. I don't have a specific goal in mind for this. I was thinking, so my original thought was thinking like a sci-fi corridor, because have you ever seen any kind of sci-fi movie where sooner or later the characters don't end up walking down a corridor? It's either in some kind of a moon base or spaceship or alien thing, it's like a staple. So I figured this would be a fun way to do that. So take a look through here at some of the stuff. We got some. Okay, so this is like some like rubberized flooring kind of thing.
You can do a kitchen.
Hey, there we go.
That goes back by the dishwashing section.
A sci-fi
It's
kitchen.
nasty. Yeah.
Oh, and then maybe we would do some grating on the side to let the alien slime.
Grating is something you also do in the kitchen.
That's
nice.
This is definitely leaning one direction.
Or maybe I'm hungry.
That could be. I don't know what these are. They look like future versions of Tesla Wall. You got the minor and the super. Got some cool stuff here. This looks like it could end up being part of a door. Got like a little latch thingy here. This kind of looks like landing gear right here.
Oh, I was thinking it looked like a space mouse.
Oh, hey,
Just a smaller puck prize.
That actually, yeah. If we get to the right view and slide
That's
it
the
over.
beauty of kits like this is you make it into whatever you want it to
That's
be.
true. Look at that. See it right there. It's got it. Yeah, that's not far off.
That's awesome.
Just don't look at the component name. It'll probably ruin it
That's
for
true.
everyone.
I got some structural elements here. We also have some HVAC. So straight up, you want to maybe you get this kit just part of normal modeling because it got some roof units, some duct work. I do like these stairs. I don't know, like the thing I'm envisioning, I don't know if we'll get stairs in, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to, we'll see where we go. These are kind of cool. Little shelf unit things. I don't know what these are, but there's lots of lines on them, and they're cool.
Greebly.
Greebly. That's right.
Greeblies.
Greeblies.
Greebly.
Greebly.
Greeblies.
Greeblies.
Pockets full of Greeblies.
Greeblies.
The Greebly of Greeblies.
I know which Greebly he's talking about when he says that too.
Really?
You're completely losing me.
Uh,
Let me encourage you to carry on.
okay, let's move. So this is I'm just absorbing right now, and my brain's going like, where do we stick this? Where do we stick this? Where do we stick this? I think some of the stuff's gonna get resized. But yeah, this is the stuff that I like. These big things. These are cool. These would be time savers and things you just stick off on the side and use up a bunch of space. But whoa. Yeah.
So are you going to actually be drawing anything, or are you just going to be grabbing components and moving them around? Is this going to be a corridor shaped video card?
You've caught me. I'm slowly sliding into this part of my life where I don't model anymore. I just grab other people's stuff and import it. That is exactly the plan. No, I do want to start. I want to model something, but I want to like. So we've talked about this before, right? We spend so much time, like doing this initial model that things like the details kind of fall off the end because we run out of time. And I want to do something that's just chock full. Oh, look at that. Sorry, I'm just so excited right now. I want to do something that's so full of detail. Like at the end, you're like, whoa, look at that. Like, you know, you see those models, you want to like run your hand across the model and feel the texture. That's what I want to do. I want to see that. So, yes, I'm going to model some stuff, and it's going to be awesome, and we're going to import a whole bunch of this stuff into it. So we are getting over here. Some more big stuff over here, some HVAC stuff, looks like some hanging lights and track. So yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some very non-sci-fi use for this because people who are office designers could use this network track right here too. That's, you know,
I was thinking if you just made it kind of Technicolor, you could make a playground setting out of this.
Also very true. Ooh, but look at this. That's sci-fi. You can't not call that sci-fi. Green glass. You know? All right. I done looked at enough. Let's go make a thing. Let's make some stuff. What is this? That's cool too.
Okie dokie, Erin.
Yeah.
Whoa. That was spooky. Didn't like it. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff here. I'm gonna go start by I'm gonna create a shell of what we want to use, and then we'll start filling it in. I'm gonna grab two pieces now. I'm gonna grab one of these and one of these, and copy them. And then we'll hop back over into our empty model. And I'll just paste that right down. All right, so now I just have something that I can work off of. So what I'm thinking is, like I said, I understand why they use it in so many movies, but that sci-fi hallway. So I'm gonna start with something here. Go ahead and turn this guy.
I feel like in space they don't have a user experience guy that ever talks about how impractical it is to have all these things protruding into the middle of your hallway, or have your rail be elevated and you accidentally fall off on the side into gosh knows what.
Well, it's better. I'll give sci-fi designers a leg up on like the people who made Mordor, because like, well, actually that's not true. So whoever did Mordor was probably the same subcontractor who did the Death Star, because there's no handrails anywhere in either of those structures.
Yeah, even next to the seemingly infinite bottomless pit.
Right. That's the one.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to have...
Like a stormtrooper just got shot.
So are you going to have an OSHA approved walkway here, or is it going to be...
Well, it's going to be in a hallway, so you won't be able to fall out all the way very well, I don't think.
Okay.
All right, so I think I need to double this.
You could still twist your ankle if you've got like big drop-offs.
That's true. We'll try to keep our steps to 3 inches or less.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to start the floor with something like this. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to this is going to get heavy kind of quick. So I'm using components. So components are nice because I can reuse these shapes over and over again, and SketchUp doesn't have to store them. So it's good for my model size. When it comes to actually drawing to the screen, though, anything I put in here, SketchUp does have to draw. So one of the things I'm going to do to make it a little easier on it is to turn profiles off. I I'm mixed emotions about profiles. I think on certain models it does add a nice look to have those edges be a little bit bigger, but it also takes a lot of work because with profiles on, what SketchUp has to do is every time you move the camera, it has to figure out what's an edge because only the edges get that darker profile. So like where's geometry end and you see not more geometry on their side. So every time you move the camera, it has to recalculate that. So you end up with a snappier model if you don't have those turned on. Cool. So that's going to be my floor for one section of hallway. I'm going to grab these two pieces, scale those back to here, and then I need to put something underneath all this too. So I'm just going to throw a quick rectangle underneath like this. And then I'll give it a little bit of depth. Cool. Yeah, I like that. All right. So I'm going to make that into a group, just the rectangle on the bottom, and I'm going to grab all of this, make it a group, and I'm going to show some proper modeling technique because I don't always do this either. Sometimes when all we're making is a thing, what you should do gets lost. So, not today.
I'm disappointed that Smele is not wearing appropriate. Well, first of all, she couldn't walk on that platform with those shoes.
Those are,
but she's not in space gear either.
Just a twisted ankle waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll have to. All right, I'll take Sumele out in a minute, and we'll find a more appropriate face me from the warehouse or something.
Space Sumele.
That's right.
Space me.
So we'll call this.
That's what we need. The space me component.
Mm-hmm.
April 1st is already passed. Damn it. Darn it.
Dad gum, I think is what Jody meant to say. All right.
Dad gum road.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Sure.
I don't want this to just be a rectangular because rectangular is for, the real world. We're in space world. So I'm going to do a little octagonal thing like this.
I went to the warehouse to start looking for an astronaut, and I decided I just go vague and just type in space, and maybe I'd see all things space related. You know how many things space is related to?
I guess you got probably space saving stuff, maybe some storage things.
Workspace. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to grab these 3 lines. I'm going to rotate those from the middle of this line. I'm going to temporarily draw a line like that, just so I have a face that I can push back like this. See, it started looking like a sci-fi corridor.
Done.
All right. Thanks for swinging by. We'll do more.
This is about my TED Talk.
All right, so I'm going to grab all this, make it a group. No, I'm going to reverse the faces. I'm going
JDC was curious. This is a minute ago, so this is a slight delay. You have to throw your mind back. You merged. Did you merge tabs a minute ago?
Tabs.
So he said we were able to merge one layer into another, but how do you do that with tabs? The merge option isn't there.
Merge one. You mean tags?
Tag into another tag. Tag, yeah.
Yes, I can do that. Well, so
Luke mentioned also that all the components are on their own tag.
I see that.
So
excellent question. Let me show you. I don't know if I'll do this, keep up with it if every single one has their own tag, but if I wanted to have these go to flooring, I could right click on them and say delete tags. It's going to say, what do you want to do with the stuff that's already on there? And I would assign that to flooring. Click OK. And now those tags go away, and that is now part of the flooring. I think that's the question.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this in walls, and I'm going to put this piece into ceiling. Ceiling's a word I regularly misspell, so oops, and I put it into instance instead of tag. Nah, just what I see, that's what I get for trying to celebrate our victory. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to duplicate all of this. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it a component. And I want to put it in 4 times. So I want to have, like, as you look down the hallway, I want to have an intersection. So these same halls go out to the side and then another one continues on forward. So I'm going to have to figure out what is this length right here. I'll just draw it once and then I'll take it. I will option rotate it 90 degrees. And I can draw a line from here to here. Now I can take my component from this middle piece, option copy at 90 degrees, 3x. All right, and there we go.
Who has the right of way in a space 4-way stop?
Whoever's got the biggest lightsaber.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, or was the biggest in general.
That's true. Shoulders win. All right, I'm going to do a triangle right here. I'm going to take that triangle. I'm going to do the bottom at the same time.
Mirrors, put like mirrors in there so that you can see if someone's coming.
See, that's the kind of OSHA thinking that people just don't do in the future, I don't think. And you know, here's one that I've never gotten. Just about every sci-fi movie I've ever seen, there's like water dripping in these things, and I'm always like, should there be that much water running around? And like watch Aliens sometime, and there's everything is perspiring and dripping, and I'm like, that seems like it's a problem in a controlled environment like that.
I feel like that's only because there's an alien with a bunch of seed pods there. It's producing all this extra humidity.
All right, so I'm gonna turn some
Or
stuff
maybe that's a secret
off real quick, and then boom, 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 and boom. All right, so now I got this, the end of the that's the rest of the ceiling, and then here is the rest of the floor. Okay, then make that a group. Throw that on flooring. And make this a group. Throw that on ceiling. All right. We got our roughed in geometry, some of our floor. Maybe we'll try to do something cool right here. I don't know. Have like a hatch or something.
Ooh.
All right.
Well, great. So something else to trip over.
Yeah. Yes. That's, I feel like, being a fairly broad-shouldered human myself, and maybe not the deftest of people in the world, I feel like I would hurt myself a lot in sci-fi world because I would run into stuff with my shoulders constantly. And we're going to create that world right now. Let's hop in and make some hazards.
Let's save this untitled file as Aaron's bruises.
That's right. The Bruise Maker hallway. Yeah, maybe the Bruise Maker. That sounds like a pretty cool name for a ship. Actually, that sounds like a pretty passive, like, I'm going to give you such a bruise. This does not sound that tough.
You're going to be bruised in a couple days.
Ooh, that one's going to bruise. Okay. All right. This looks good. This looks good. I like this. I like this so far. Okay, now, I'm sorry, but we've established scale, so non-space ready Simele has to go. I am curious. One thing I like. So one of the reasons I like using stuff like this, where possible, rather than, you know, like putting in a texture, an image, or something like that, is one of the things we can do is we can in styles we can flip to no edges, and we can see that texture. That looks pretty cool. I like that.
That looks cool.
I only got half an ooh for that. Ooh. That looks great. Good job.
It actually takes discipline to silence an entire crowd of oohs.
Ooh.
And yeah.
All right.
Exactly right.
Let's hop over and get some more stuff. So one of the things I'm thinking with this is I'm thinking maybe we'll do like some kind of lights along these angled things. So, something where, you know, not like floodlights, but just what would you call that? Running lights, or, you know, safety lighting. Like,
safety lighting, I would think, yeah.
Yeah. We'll do that in these four corners. So let's go
Mood lighting.
Find something that will work to set the mood in the hallway. What here looks like lights?
There's a couple of questions. Well, first of all, someone asked how this is also super smooth. Shortly thereafter, it was asked what that thing is that you're using, your controller in your left hand.
Well, those two things actually relate to each other. So I'm doing most of my orbiting and moving through the model with my 3D mouse, which is the thing in my left hand. A 3D mouse allows me to move through 3D space using this dedicated controller rather than my 3-button mouse. So this is kind of a nice option because, one, I can get these nice, smooth movements through 3D space. It's nice for presentation. As a SketchUp user, I'm used to this. You know, like this kind of stuff looks normal to me. Jumping around with my mouse, jumping in and out of orbit, that's normal. But if you're presenting to somebody who doesn't know SketchUp, it can be a little jarring. So this nice smooth animation is generally welcome by somebody who doesn't know SketchUp better. It's a nice way to present, make your model look the best it can. The other thing it does is it frees up my mouse, see my cursor moving, so I could jump up here and grab the next command as I rotate to the next spot. It's a nice way to just kind of free up your control as you're moving through 3D space. All right, so I see two pieces I think I want. I think these are going to be lights, and these are going to be some kind of control thing. So I'm going to grab both of these. I'm going to hit Command C to copy. Nope. I just closed it. I meant to minimize. We got to give it a second.
No problem. The thing that is really being called out here is the need for pipes and steam, which then comes back to why is everything always so moist in space?
I don't know. I don't get that. I agree. Pipes should happen. I'm just thinking like space is not at like an untapped frontier. We've been to space, right? Not a bunch, but we've been there. I don't know that we had a whole lot of water dripping in any of the space stations that I've seen yet. So, but granted, we also don't have gravity and people just walking along like everything's normal in any space stations either. So
maybe that's
when
the
they do have
secret to
water, it's
gravity.
like floating around.
That's true. Yeah. And then they're doing experiments with it, or yeah. So anyhow, all right, I'll let that disappointment lie. All right, I'm gonna paste that. All right, so here's our two pieces. I'm gonna line these up because I think what I want to do. What do I want to do? Okay, so I'm gonna take this guy right here, grab him by a middle point, and align him to the middle. Like that. Let's align them vertically too. Okay, and I think, like I said, I think I want to put these in kind of an array. So I don't want them touching, but I want a little bit of space. Maybe one more.
A little bit of space in space.
Boom. That's right.
Oh, JDC has another suggestion: is to completely break the entire design that is typically applied to spacecraft, is put a bathroom in it.
In space, no one can hear you pee. All right, so I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to group this one thing. So this is actually a really cool, I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff. And is Luke actually on with us? Yes. Hey, Luke. Just seeing what you got going on. Sorry, I haven't looked up. I'm getting used to the stream. The comment stream's a little bit different from the way it was on Restream, but I was going to pay you a compliment. Thus far, I haven't seen anything in this kit that like I'm worried about or it's not ideal. The only thing I did with the model when I first pulled this model up, shadows was turned on, which was demanding. So I did turn shadows off and resaved, but that's the only thing I modified in the model. So overall, it's a solid looking bit of kit.
Nice.
That one's for free. Okay. But yeah, thus far, pretty good. Like it. All right, so I'm gonna take this whole group. I'm gonna rotate it to 45 degrees. I'm just gonna we'll do a little test.
Those are the steam emitters. Those are the things that blast steam up as you walk by.
That's right. Keep you on your toes.
You could call this the Marilyn Monroe hallway too, I guess.
Ooh, the skirt lifter. No, that sounds naughty. There we go. Okay. That's kind of cool looking. All right, so I'm going to grab that. I'm going to Command X that. I'm going to go into my wall group. Actually, no, I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to actually put it on the walls. I'm just going to keep that wall group just wall geometry, I think. No, I want to be visible with the walls. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to grab this, make it a new group inside there, and then edit, paste in place. Now, I'm going to grab that whole thing. I'm going to Option copy it down to the end. And I'm going to divide by 3. Well, that couldn't have been perfecter.
When you're good, you're good.
Yeah. I guess I'm not used to that. I don't know. All right. So let's take all of those. Copy that. Or no, make that into a new group. I'm going to throw myself a little flag here. Because you know what's coming next. We're going to mirror this. Oh, I think I have. There it is. I still haven't put the. I still have not put the shortcut on my screen. So, Option mirror that. Oh, it's all coming together. All right. So now what I should be able to do is grab both of these, and if I do another mirror right here, surface there to mirror along. Nope.
I'm wondering how many people create those little flags that you use.
I don't know. I'm sure there's probably a more efficient way to do it, and I just got stuck in my process. But yeah, I'd love to hear if you're a fan of my flags. Okay. Well, it's definitely looking sci-fi. It's looking kind of industrial sci-fi right now. This is definitely not Empire clean, but it's looking good. I feel like
probably turn off the ground plane.
Turn off the ground plane. Here's what I'm gonna do. I gotta
hit me.
I gotta do something with this because I don't like the way these are just sticking out like this. Oh, actually, I wonder if I could. Just compress these down a little bit. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to do. But you know what I did? I did not make this into a component. I just made this into a group. But I think.
Oops.
Okay, so I can save myself. Thanks to TomTom Selection Toys, I can grab this group that I created only once, and I can make it a component. Grab that light set up. What did I just do?
It's exciting.
That was weird. They all still okay, they're all still there. Oh, I selected all of them. Oh man. You sure you want to be watching me this? Because this is, I feel like it's going. Oh. All right, let's try that again. This is my light setup. Take one.
Nice thing is, I'm not having to do anything to like make fun of you. You're just kind of doing it all on your own.
I feel like you've been busy lately, Jody. I'm trying to help you out.
I appreciate that.
Why did it only make 4 of these? All right. Okay. Okay, everybody, just shake it off. All right. Try again. All right, so I'm going to this group. Like this component. There's only 4 of these in the model. That's my problem. If I click this one, 12 of those in the model. Okay. So grab this one, delete it, grab this one, and we will move it in here.
Let's just pretend that this was all intentional so you can show how to recover when you make such an easily done mistake.
That sounds good. All right, now I'm going to grab this one group, of which there are 16 in the model. It doesn't seem like enough either, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, that's only a quarter of them. Huh. All right. I guess I'm just going to do it. Make this a component. And now if I squish that down. All right. I've had it. I'm done. I'm just doing it. You know, this is one of those things that this was a New Year's resolution for me. I want to spend less time messing around with why I did what I did, and just fix it. Like there's sometimes where there's a workflow to fix the problem, and sometimes it's just time to go. So divide that by 3. Grab all those. Make group. All right. And now I deleted my flags, but I'll just draw new flags in real quick.
I don't know if you saw in the chat, a couple people said Samuel J and Ricky said they both use flags.
Nice.
Really? So.
Did I steal that from either of you? I don't remember where that came from. So
it just happened one day spontaneously.
Nice. I like that.
Probably.
No theft. No theft happened. It was just a occurrence.
Parallel thinking. Well, the logo kind of looks like that too, so maybe, you know.
There we go. That looks better. All right. I'm going to come into this piece right here. I'm going to option copy this down 1 inch, 2 times. I'll push pull this up a little bit. I like that. Okay. Now I'm thinking that, yeah, I really, no, I just want that on the bottom like that. It's a little safety, little bit more texture right there. Okay, cool. Lights are in. The lights are did.
It looks a little bit like Lego now.
It does. You're right. We need to break that up. Okay, next. Let's throw something on the ceiling. Let's see what else we got here. What can we use on the ceiling? Kind of like these panels right here. They feel like they would work on the ceiling. I want to grab something else also. See, now it's a question where you're like, okay, do you start to get practical, like put handholds on each side? Because if you're in 0G, you know, you need something to hold on to. Or is practicality for the week what looks cool? Decisions.
It's your call. That's what's fun about it.
It is.
To do whatever
it's
you
my
want.
mess. I'm gonna grab one of these. One of these. And you know, we need a little bit more texture. So I am gonna grab one of these handholds. We're gonna grab, oh no, I want one of these. And I am, Luke might call me out on this. I'm maybe not thinking practical about what all these pieces do, and I might just be grabbing them because they look cool.
I think that is a completely justified
Think so? I think that's okay.
way to approach this.
Okay, yeah, cool. Good to know. All right, so I'm going to start with this guy right here. He's going to be... Ooh. So that's going to start the hallway. I'm thinking upside down here. So this is going to turn 90 degrees. And then I want to align that. There we go. Maybe a couple of those like that. That'll be the start of
Kit bashing.
Sorry.
Maybe I need to have less coffee on live stream days because now I'm like feeling a little frazzled every time my voice is showing up. Someone's talking to me.
A little jolt in the right direction.
It's a jolt, all right.
Or the wrong direction.
Were you a fan of Jolt Cola back in the day, Aaron?
I do remember drinking a Jolt Cola or two in high school. I don't know. You know, I know the big deal was like double the sugar or 3 times the caffeine, or they had some saying like that. And I don't know if I'm just not as sensitive to that as some people, but I remember drinking it and going, yeah, I mean, it was something, but I don't know that it ever like...
You never felt jolted?
It never like or made me crazy. But I had the same thing where I'll drink coffee, and a lot of people are like, oh, I can't drink coffee past a certain time of day, and sometimes that's true, but sometimes it doesn't really bug me quite as much. So I don't know, maybe I'm just insensitive.
Yeah, it could be, or desensitized because you spend like you just consume all the internet, and it's hitting all your dopamine rush. You're addicted.
That could be too.
I don't know.
There's a lot of options here.
Yeah, decaf. You could be just slurping decaf all day.
Yeah, maybe my wife lies to me and I am just drinking decaf.
Like, that'd be pretty hilarious, actually.
I had to take matters into my own hands. You're cut off.
Right. Thought it'd be better for everyone if you just... Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it looks like almost like a gun up there on the top, but I guess that's where it's gonna connect to its...
Yeah, so I figure there's something going on over here. Maybe this is like...
I bet you what those are couplers, and when you stick another hole next to it, it'll...
There you go.
Hold it all in place.
Yeah, that's exactly my thought. I guess I could just move this guy.
I need a sound effect for that. Coupling. I didn't think of that ahead.
Nice, Matt.
Dropped the ball. Dropped it.
I do have some...
That's a scanning sound effect, I'm pretty sure.
It sounded also like it sounded basically like a digital cricket.
Someone just got crickets and then put a hum behind it.
Noisy cricket?
Ooh. Yeah.
Spooky.
So that's that.
All right, so I want to have this one actually lap into this ceiling piece, and then maybe we'll put like a piece that'll connect all those together. And now I do need some more filler right here. Let's save that. And I'm tacking these up onto the ceiling right now. They're not part of the larger group. So I will copy them and then paste them back into the actual ceiling geometry after I laid out one. You know what? Actually, I thought these were symmetrical. They're not. I'm kind of feeling like maybe we take one of them. That's better. Save again. All right. Question for everybody listening. We're talking sci-fi today. What is your favorite sci-fi movie of all time? I don't want a generic series either. I want to say Aliens or something like that, like single movie. What's the best? What do you got?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I feel like what common ones are, obviously Star Wars or Empire or Blade Runner or either Alien or Aliens. Seem like, or 2001. If you want to do that, go that way. Lawrence says Predator. Yeah, that's a good call.
One. Good one.
I feel like it's sort of like your kids. You can't pick a favorite. There's so many good ones.
Okay, I'm a father, and I know you can pick your favorite. And no, hold on, but there's more. Just like with children, that favorite you pick does change over time. So you can say what's your favorite.
What happens around Father's Day?
That's right. We'll see who's my favorite.
Yeah, there's a lot of great responses in here. Luke, his favorite actually is Blade Runner.
That is a good.
We have Interstellar, 2001, The Matrix, Event Horizon, Starship Troopers. That's questionable. Starship Troopers is sci-fi. That's just straight up comedy. I mean, it's not. It's fun.
So I have so many comments about so many things that were said just now. Starship Troopers was actually based on a book by Robert Heinlein, which I had read and did a book report for in middle school. And so I watched that movie. It was a
short book, though, right? Yeah, nothing like that.
I would not have known.
Is it called Starship Troopers, the book?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I mean, there's not much going on in that movie.
Wow, the list
that
keeps going.
Had to do with what was going on in the book.
Yeah, geez. D Cube, Avengers Endgame. Fasant says Spy Kids 3D, Nerman, Event Horizon. TM Dore, Lego Movie 2. Yeah, Charlie, Super 8, Chris, Logan's Run, Matthew, E.T. Yeah.
I feel like Logan's Run deserves to be up there with its, all their nice flowy silk outfits and the fact that there's nobody over the age of 30. So
I've never seen it. Is that like a plot point, the age thing?
Yeah.
You get turned into
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green at 30. But you volunteer, and they have Logan was a cop who actually would try and catch people that run. Like people turn 30 and they're like, I don't want to get turned into whatever they turn him into.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but then all of a sudden, oh no, I can't tell you anymore. You just got to go watch it. Amazing cinematography and hair.
Well, and like you said, and it really did a lot for free flowing outfits in the world of sci-fi. I mean, they weren't in space, so I think they could, they could get away with a little bit looser clothing, but everything flowed. Everything flowed.
I think one of my favorite things about it was they would do these scenes where you're taking a shoot from like one area to another, and so you'd have this sort of wide angle shot of what is very obviously just a play structure looking thing, as they showed a little car going down a tube. That was funny. Pretty cheesy.
It's crazy to me because like the line between looking really good, like like Star Wars or something, and it's essentially the same thing of trying to like really Greeblies are, and like lighting is how you. I mean, obviously, there's so much that goes into like building those miniatures, but it's so like it's crazy how obvious it is when you do it poorly, and how good it looks when you do it right.
Yeah. Yeah, Logan's Run was in 76, so there really wasn't sci-fi, a really notable sci-fi to compare it to even.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. It's a funny movie for me to watch now.
Yeah, it's really something.
Lauren says Day the Earth Stood Still, the original one, Forbidden Planet. Mark says that Logan's Run needs a makeover.
Reboot Logan's Run.
I feel like that's probably in the works.
Yeah, I think anything that made any money anytime in the last like 50 years is probably on somebody's to-do list
to
remake.
Matthew, Guardians of the Galaxy. I
That's
don't know.
true.
Ed
Yeah, it says
Effects,
here,
Edge of
Logan's Run
Tomorrow.
reboot gets a new writer and director. This was back in 2018. So apparently they've been working on this for.
On
They've been
what?
trying to make this happen for at least several years.
Oh boy, nice. Oh, we can only hope.
That's funny.
Yeah, RoboCop, another great one.
Mm.
I was gonna pull some quotes from RoboCop, but there's a lot of inappropriate ones I thought would be funny, but not safe for SketchUp Live.
Yeah, don't get us in trouble. All right, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking. I like the way this is. The texture I'm getting off of that. Let's do the no line test real quick. Yeah, I agree. Okay. All right, so if I like that, I can do big sweeping select, get all the pieces. I don't want that in there. All right, I'm gonna make that into a group. Come in here. Oops, I forgot to cut it. I just made a group and left it there. There we go. Cut that. Paste in place, and we should see that show up everywhere. There we go.
I don't see anything to bruise yourself on yet, unless you're just way too tall.
Let's see, how tall did I make this? That's only 7 feet tall. It's not a very tall hallway. It's looking all right. It's getting there. Now is when we get the shoulder bruisers. All right, so I'm gonna ooh, I really should have been keeping on that a lot better than I did. I can take that. I can delete that tag and put that onto walls. And then ceiling. All right, so I'm gonna take my ceilings off right now. So one of the things I knew that was going to happen with this model is it's going to get heavy. There's a lot of stuff on here, a lot of lines. So as we put more and more of the stuff in here, even using components, that's one of the things about components is, like I said, components will keep your model size small, but when it comes to drawing stuff on the screen, the more lines you have, the longer it takes to draw. So to make, people ask that all the time, how do I make my stuff work better? Group it and then put stuff on layers and then turn it off. That's kind of, it's not really a secret, I guess. It's just what you got to do. I'm going to come in here. Get rid of some of this stuff. All right. I'm down to just my walls. Let's get some walls. Now this is where the shoulder wrecking will really happen.
Kit bashing.
Have some wheels. Are there like any flywheels or things that you've got to turn to open doors? Or
yeah, this guy right here. Check this out. He's definitely coming with us.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I feel like you have to kind of disassemble it from the block so that it juts out more.
We could probably do that. I also like this thing. This is definitely coming in.
You know what I'm talking about? The steam valve.
Oh yeah,
is everywhere, right? We need a steam valve.
I'll take one of these too. Ooh, this whole assembly I like. All right, there's some stuff. Copy that.
Copy that.
And,
are you recording these samples when you say them yourself, Matt?
I need to.
Yeah.
I should only use samples
soundboard
from previous SketchUp lives.
There you go. Just mine every single previous
throw that in my
3-hour-long video.
All right, so yeah, let's see here. So I figure we'll put some major pieces in here and then go and fill in with some minor stuff. This is cool looking. sure really where the front is on that. I like this guy a lot. This guy, but man, he's gonna be hard to make work in a wall. But I think we might have to recess it a little bit. All right, so we'll take that. Because yeah, if I just slap this up here like this, there's not gonna be any room. This is, I mean, this is bruised hips. This is bruised everything.
Yeah.
Scale it. Just scale it down a little bit. Perfect. Kind of looks like an angry Tyrannosaurus Rex head.
It's a cyber T-Rex. All right, so one thing we can do here, I feel like we can rotate it so it's kind of sits up against the wall like. That looks okay. Maybe push it back even a little more. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, like it. All right, I'm gonna also slide it down towards the middle. And I think I'll slide in even a little. Maybe I'll slide up to this point. Slide that back like that. Uh-huh. And I feel like that by itself looks weird, so I am going to...
Wait, did you say layers? I think you might have said layers. I think JDC busted you saying layers.
Busted.
I was saying that this hallway is like my sci-fi layer, I think, like L-A-I-R. That's pretty much what I said, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure if I believe that.
I was a total lie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's scan back.
Yeah, you said layers. I heard it.
I wasn't... Hey, quiet down. Yeah, I probably did.
So what we're gonna need to do is hook up like a little zapper onto your mouse.
Shot collar bracelet.
Great. Yep. Then I'm just gonna have to start modeling with my touchpad. Let's see. Oh. All right. Yeah, I could have done that. We've talked about this before. Come on, guys. I mean, you do something the same way for...
I don't think you're being judged.
15
just
years?
Being acknowledged.
Okay. I got you. Okay, I'll let it go. Or somebody will let it go. I don't know. Yeah, I probably did that. I believe you. JDC has no reason to lie. So one of the things with this right now is, I know, like I said, I keep checking what does it look like with no lines, but right now, if I do look at it, it does look weird having no lines when everything else has lines. I don't want to go through the process of going and breaking this and cutting it off. I'm fine with this junk just sitting in the back of the hallway. So what I'm going to do to get rid of that is I'm just going to select this surface and say intersect face with model. So that's going to take this surface right here and break it. So when I come out of all my groups, it looks like it's sitting flush. So then I don't have to worry about chopping all this stuff off. That can just sit in back. I mean, if I really wanted to, like, if this was ever going to go to 3D printing or anything like that, I'd have to go do that piece and make sure that, which actually wouldn't be too big a deal. These look like they're just big solid pieces I could push, pull them back. But right now, for this, just to keep it simple, that's going to give me the same look as everything else. All right, so those look pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So right. Marcus had a good question. When you're working in interior spaces, do you ever adjust your field of view? You ever different aperture?
I don't do it that often. I know some people do, especially for models that are being presented. Go in and change your field of view based on the size of the space you're working in, that sort of thing. I don't mess with it too much. I will throw in temporary section planes to hide half of a building so I can just work on the inside. But yeah, it's not very frequent that I will go in and actually change my field of view. Just my own personal thing. Okay, so this is totally a door. This is nothing but a door.
Escape hatch.
And it works. We'll leave it, but it's very, very, very doorish.
Or vault. I mean, it could be that that's where the all the money is. Is maybe this is a giant space bank. I don't know.
That's true. I'm assuming that means you recently watched Army of the Dead on Netflix and loved it and can't stop talking about it.
I can stop talking about it. It was fun though.
But you did watch it.
I did watch it.
Yeah, me too. And that's all we got to say about that. Okay, moving on.
Wow.
Okay, so for this, what I want to get for this is, because this is it's a door, so I want to put like a seam around it. So I'm going to come into my wall component.
A door hole.
A door hole. That's exactly right. So I'm going to trace around it like this, and then push that geometry back until I get all my goodies showing up like that. And then I'm going to pull this section over. Yeah, 1/4 inch sounds good. That'll just give me a nice little gap. And do that on all 3 sides. And what I'll end up with then, there we go, look at that nice panel seam around that door. This is the glory of kit bashing.
Kit bashing.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Low on the
Is that just happens, like all that detail is now part of my model, and it's that quick.
You had a couple people asking about related to the thing about changing the field of view, of like, you mentioned sections to like reduce geometry and give you a better look at stuff, or obviously you can put stuff on tags and remove it in order to get out of view if you're doing like a kind of a tight enclosed space. Is there any other ways you would recommend to kind of limit geometry or be able to see into interior spaces better?
Yeah, so we played a little bit with this on some past streams where we do things like make backsides of walls invisible. So where I could make, like this wall could be invisible on the backside, so you'd look through it. But that's kind of gaming the system a little bit. One of the other things, I know this sounds weird, and I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, but having a 3D mouse, it makes it, you get a lot more control once you're used to it, once you're used to using it, to hopping in here and being able to like quickly and easily navigate around, see around corners. This kind of stuff's actually pretty simple once you get used to using a 3D mouse. It's not out of the box, you're not gonna be buzzing through, but it helps, not just for presentation, not just showing somebody what's it like to walk down this hallway and not have to make an animation, but also to come in here and just like get in here tight and see, what does this corner look like, and be able to do this kind of thing. If you do a lot of interiors, I would recommend checking out a 3D mouse. They do cost a little bit, so it's an investment, and you do have to spend some time getting used to using it. But if it's something you do a lot of, if you constantly do interiors and you're walking through them, that sort of thing, it might be a worthwhile investment for you. So.
And it's independent of your cursor too. So like normally in SketchUp, whatever your cursor hovers over, that's what you zoom and orbit around. But because you're independent from that, it's a lot easier to move through surfaces and stuff versus what it would be with like zooming in. I feel like everyone's run into this. You get lost in your model and you're just using a mouse and you're just scrolling, trying to get out of the cut in the wall or whatever. And 3D mouse lets you just kind of zip out super quick. So.
Yeah, that is a very nice piece of it for sure. I'm trying to decide how I feel about this one. I like it a lot, but I definitely feel maybe it's more of a, I don't know.
It looks to me like it's just a rack of soup cans, and so it should be in the kitchen anyway.
Man, Jody, you must be hungry or something, man. Maybe we'll make it vertical. Hold on, I think I know what I want to do with this. All right, let's make it upright again. I'll drag it over here. All right, I got a question. For those of you who have been using SketchUp for a while, And this is, I'm going to ask you to be honest. I'm going to ask you to be vulnerable with me. Some transparency. How often do you still just stab at the left or right arrow key and hoping it's the right axis that you were trying to move on? Because I'll be totally honest with you. My last laptop had little buttons here, you know, or little color code for red and green on my arrow keys. I don't have it anymore. I'm back to guessing. Like, you guys still do that? Is that just me?
I always guess on that, and I always guess on flip along.
Yeah, I don't even try flip along anymore because I never guess right.
I also always guess whenever I try and put my USB into USB port.
You know what? I have yet to gain support on this, but I'm like 99% sure that USBs have a little mechanism in there that flips it, so you can't hit it right. The first time you go in, it senses and it goes, oh nope, sorry. And then you flip it over and it's like, nope, because it's always the third try that I get it right. There's only two sides, so what does that say?
Yeah, that's fine. For the arrow thing, I mean, well, we all know that right is for red, right? That's how I think of it. Right, red.
I had not thought of that till just now, and I like it.
You didn't even think of it.
I didn't. No, I'll give full credit. While he's here, I'll give full credit to Matt for that one.
Yeah, but sometimes like your component access is different than your global access. You know, that's where I get mixed up when it's like I create a component different than the regular. I don't know. So definitely get mixed up with that, but
yeah, it seems like a great way to remember that, and I'm fairly confident I will not, and I'll still guess and do it the wrong way.
Good news is I got the blue axis on lock though. I can do that with my eyes shut. Small victories. Twice a day, all the time, always, very often. I like it. Thank you guys. I feel like I can be real with you guys now. You've
just see if the right red.
I'll try.
Just see if you vibe with that. Try it out. See if it comes to mind. If not, it's okay. You didn't lose anything.
That's true.
But
that's true.
Worth a try.
I'm having an issue with, I have some docs open on my computer, and something's happening with my connection to Google because I keep getting these pop-ups that want me to click them, complaining about something with my docs. I don't know. That's why I keep disappearing and clicking things. All right, I think this is coming along well. This is looking cool. This is looking very cool. I like this. I feel sci-fi-y. Let's save. Turn on my floor, turn on my ceiling. Let's check it out.
Nice. You've got the evil villain hand gesture thing going on.
Oh yeah. You know,
very cool.
I think it's a good.
Who doesn't?
It's a good feeling to every once in a while look at something you made and just go like.
I bet you if you go change the background, you'll like it even more.
It's true. Well, I don't want to do the full unveil. We gotta save some of this. So let's turn this back off. But it's looking good. It's getting there. Okay, so now what I need some like paneling. You know, I've got my major artifacts here, but now I need like some panels. JDC AMC has it locked down. He doesn't have any problem remembering which is right. And he says R right red arrow. R right arrow red axis. So
holding strong. Me and JDC for life.
That's right. You guys got to figure it out. All right, let's hop over to component. Let's see what we have here that we could use as like some paneling type shapes. Dang. Some of these things I'm looking at thinking about walking to the bathroom while barefoot and
yeah.
Dang, that one's gonna hurt. I like these. Focus. Panels.
So, did Luke design this kit bash kit as part of the course he's doing, or is this just kind of was him playing around and just made this thing.
So what he said, so he does have the course. Ooh, these are nice. I know they're vents, but that'll work. He has the course, so that's one piece. We should grab one of these too. He has the course, so that's totally separate. That's something you should check out. How Luke uses SketchUp. But separate from that, we have this, and this comes with, and Luke can correct me if I'm wrong, but it does come with a finished model using these to make, I believe it's a corridor, because great minds think alike. And so do mine and Luke sometimes. No, my mind sometimes thinks like Luke's is probably the way we should position that one. So you can actually...
He said these are leftovers from movies that didn't make the cut.
Nice. The movies didn't make the cut? Wait, I don't mean to say nice to that. That sucks. Or these pieces didn't make the cut.
I think it was these pieces.
Okay.
These are the redheaded stepchildren of... I'm sorry, redheaded people.
Sorry, guys.
Right. Cutting room floor. Of
yeah.
There you go. That's Hollywood talk.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot I had
Shop
this guy
talk. You guys know.
So Keggy said some of those greeblies need to be pasted in place to get them to stick to all corridors.
Right. There, yeah. I'm gonna. We got more work to do. We're not there yet. I like this guy or these guys. So I'm gonna take this. R for red. Silly. Course.
Course.
Grab that.
And we should also plug again, in case people are joining late, that this is from Luke's Gumroad page, which is in the YouTube description.
Gumroad.com/LukeWhitelockDesign.
So that's where to go. And then I think, I didn't know if I got the promo code wrong when I made this little audio clip, but is it just Whitelock Design for the promo code, or is it Luke Whitelock Design? Anyway, so it's
sorry, I got excited because he said some of these parts are from Avengers and Doctor Strange, and now I love them even more.
Yeah,
I'm looking at them and trying to decide which ones go to which movie.
Ooh, that sounds fun. That could, you know what? So maybe that's something we need to do, like a game on Fireside Chat where we show the different Greeblies, and then see if Luke can remember what movie they came from.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, so Luke confirmed it is Whitelock Design, all one word, is the code.
I'm just going to say that if you are doing any kind of design, set creation, stuff like that, this is pretty solid stuff. This is pretty cool. Be fairly easy to spend a whole lot of time creating Greeblies is not like a time consuming, oh, I hate having to go draw fun shapes, but it is time consuming to go in and put like this level of detail into pieces. So this is pretty awesome to be able to just knock this all out this quick.
Oh, he said that there are versions of these that are actually in the movies. It's just that these specific ones didn't make the cut.
Nice. This is like V1 of what ended up being final. That's cool. Still, like I said, I'm kind of a sucker for, you know, Marvel movies and anything connected or related to them. So I like it. I like it a lot.
It's funny, like we're talking about sci-fi, and we immediately, it's always like this. I don't know. It's like we all just basically think of
Star Wars,
Predator, or Aliens, or Star Wars. right? But like Star Trek, they had nice user-friendly walls. You didn't have to worry about walking into stuff. They're all wide. You had scenic views of space as you're walking down a hallway. So it's really only in the kind of in the horror, space horror genre that you're just like, let's put them in this really dark room with a lot of steam and no light.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
You know what got me? I don't know why it got me. Maybe it was a gravity thing, but in Alien, you remember the chains hanging from the ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
And they're clanking, and I know it was totally atmospheric. It was supposed to be scary, but I remember for whatever reason that got me. I'm like, why are there chains hanging? It's a spaceship. Stuff shouldn't be hanging down. I know. This is I know.
Well, you don't want it just floating around in space in case you lose gravity.
I know that stuff should be. That's my point. It should be tied up or something.
Well, maybe that chain is actually mounted to the wall into one of the things that might float away.
I guess
it just looks like it's just hanging there. I'm sure that it all makes complete sense.
Oh, yes. Look at this nice grouping that Luke gave me here. All right, so I'm going to grab all of this stuff and scale it down like put stuff on layers and then turn it off. Oh, come on
What?
now.
That's not cool.
You can't be saying that. You gotta get... Where's the jar? You gotta
I'm wired in. I can't leave.
Tethered.
Oh man. Ugh. My headset's
That's courtesy
attached
of
to my
Nick.
chair.
He chopped out the little layer thing there. So gotcha.
Dang. Did you say Nick did
so
that?
Luke said that. No, Nick. Yeah, Nick did. Sorry.
Mm.
Luke said that there's if you order this kit, there's a little follow along tutorial if you're a beginner.
That's cool.
That's very cool. All right. Here we go. Do a little doctoring. Go ahead and grab that. Let's slap this thing onto a wall somewheres. Whoa. Significantly taller than I thought it was. I do. So as I'm doing this, as I'm throwing all these things on there, my brain is kind of like thinking like, what would this be? Why is this thing here? Because I'm not, maybe these pieces on the corner are some part of the, holds the modular pieces of the hallway together, and maybe this contains some sort of space life raft or kind of fun. It's not a
space life raft.
Yeah,
you're just putting on a big inflatable raft looking thing.
It's got to be a thing. I mean, you can't just go out in space and then be like, well, if the ship blows up, you gotta have some way out, right? That's probably just being too positive.
I now just want to see what a space life raft looks like.
Yeah, maybe next week.
I feel like that's basically what an escape pod is.
Okay, yeah, if you want to get technical, I suppose it's probably the same thing.
Okay, but those life rafts look tiny. That would be actually kind of cool, right? As if you pull the little ripcord and it turns into a big inflatable escape pod.
That would be cool.
Yeah. And they could have like solar winds that are caught by Mylar sails. Like in Armageddon, if you guys are familiar with that movie. Which is
I had forgotten just how big a fan you were of Armageddon.
Yeah. Which is just it definitely is not science fiction because it's it's set basically in real life. So
it's a space romance.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Bruce Willis falls in love with an asteroid. Yeah, that's valid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab these guys. I'm gonna paste them right here. I'm gonna spin them.
Oh, right there. That's a disinfectant chamber.
Boom! Jody's in on the game. Yes.
He's clean. And then you can go into that room.
That's right.
Or maybe it blasts you into that room.
That'd be cool too.
Nobody wants to go. It's a little booby trap.
Let's see if this works. Close. Let's guess where that would end up. These look like there's some kind of storage pod. Something's inside here that's good. Good stuff.
So Lawrence said there is an inflatable module on the International Space Station. I don't know what it inflates to do. I don't know if it's a space raft. Could just be inflatable.
All right.
I want it to be a space raft, though.
Okay, it can be.
Thanks.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
I'm okay with that.
That's what SpaceX is working on.
Space life rafts?
Space rafts.
There you go. A lot of
And then they
storage
could have like
options.
space like log flumes, you know?
What? Now you're just making words up. Log flume.
So Luke's comment about like these parts were that he kind of designs the greeblies based on the space he's trying to fill in. So I'm curious, like, how often does he go back to old greeblies, or does he just always make a new greebly? And does he design a modular greebly like this, or does he just model it all in place, a la, well, what's his name? Who's the other guy, the really good freestyle modeler?
Oh,
Rosewarn?
Rosewarn?
Yeah, Rosewarn.
We're waiting the 10 seconds for the lag for Luke to hear that and then type in an answer. All right, let's check it. You know what I need to do? I need to actually set a scene up right here. Oh, it's going together.
So you're saying you want to cause a scene? Create a scene.
Create a scene. Make a scene? Nah. Yeah, cause a scene. That works. This is getting big. This is definitely, it's taking longer to save than it was before. All right, let's turn on some
Well, good on you for saving.
Where'd my ceiling go? Oh, there it is. Turn my ceiling. Look at that.
Yeah, looks pretty sweet.
I'm liking it. Just for fun.
So what grade would you give yourself? And do you think that's the same grade that Luke would give you on how this looks?
So Luke did send along or told me about everything that you get the different pieces and invited me to take a look, and I intentionally didn't take a look because I didn't want to rip him off and I didn't want to be discouraged with whatever it was that I created not living up to Luke's designs. So I did intentionally not see his stuff yet, but I do want to check it out. I want to check out check out what his looks like. Oh yeah, I love these things. Look at this. This is sweet.
I feel like you could also use the excuse, Aaron, of I'm not doing this as good as I might. I don't want to do it too good because I don't want to have to compete with what he did.
That's what I meant to say.
I'm sandbagging.
Yeah, that.
So that.
Okay, so we're good. We're about an hour and a half in. We have some intense greeblification happening right now, and I love every inch of it. What we got to do now? So I got 3 pieces that I think I want to do. One is the floor. I think we might have to tear up our existing flooring to maybe make like a hexagonal shape of this sort of thing. I think we should preserve the walkway. You're right. This is probably not a great spot to put a latch or a hatch or something, but we should do something like that up here, especially now we got these pieces. So some kind of hatch here, and then I want to make a doorway that we can throw in the ends of the halls. So 3 more pieces to do. Let's start. Let me start by grabbing this, copy that, And we can turn off, again, just to make everything, we go to the tag that is walls and ceilings and turn them off. Oops. Some stuff didn't end up in the right tag. Let's exit out of here. What the heck? I guess I just got excited that I pasted it in. I didn't paste in the right spot at all. All right, let's cut that again. Let's go turn walls back on. Go into the walls group. Edit. Paste in place. All right, no, hold on. Let's make sure it works first. Make sure. All right, there we go. Now we can cheer.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah. So Lawrence said that he just watched the Luke's little making video and said it's best that you don't see it.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Hey, I don't claim to be a pro at this stuff. I'm more like a not hack. What's the word
monkey?
I'm looking for?
Yeah. Oh, hack. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think I've heard people use that word talking about you before.
Oh, good. Oh no! Crap.
I'm just kidding.
I'm pasting everything in. Stop! Just kidding.
That's I take responsibility for that because I was
threw me off.
You.
Okay. All right, so bring this in here now. I'll grab it by a corner and tack it on there. Let's see, what are the odds that I just made this perfect size? 0. 0 would be the odds that that worked out right. Okay.
But man, if it had, that'd be so nice.
You can imagine. Okay, so. All right, so first thing I gotta do, since this is a component, I do have to take this one and make it unique. So that when I come in here and start messing stuff up, ooh, I like that. These are all individual pieces. That's kind of cool. Because what I might be able to do, let me think about this. Let me draw a line here. And I'm going to rotate this 9 degrees like that. I'll come in here, get rid of some of this. Oh, dang. Undo. Jump ship. All right, that's not going to work quite as well as I thought it was going to work. So instead, let's see, what else can we do? See, now, if you were a proper designer who was thinking ahead and stuff, you would have measured the hallway and made this the appropriate size, so it all would have worked flawlessly. But
honestly, I really just appreciate the arrogance that you have in just doing what you do and presuming it's going to all work out.
Yeah. Well,
arrogance? Wait, confidence.
That's a nicer way to say presumption.
I do what I can.
You did good. You done good. All right. Yes, this is going to work, I think. Wait a minute. It's not working. Why is it not working?
Grid snapping.
No, some of these are a little bit different size. That's okay. We can still make this work. Put that there. I'm going to just try to snap this. Here, maybe use inside corner.
Luke said use Boolean. It should be solid.
Cool. Let me get 4 of these, and then what we'll do. What we'll do then. Yeah, that's what I like. Okay. I'm gonna grab these 4, make a group with those, go into that group, get rid of everything else. Gonna save. Just to be safe. There's a lot of geometry here, so I think if they're solids, it should all join together pretty nice. But just in case. All right, so I'm gonna grab 2 at a time. Union that. Nested instance. Okay, that would do it. All right, now let's try grabbing these 2. One moment, please. We need a theme song for Solid Tools while the wheel spins. We need a little bit of music.
I have the same music from earlier.
Perfect. Boom, there we go. All right, let's take these 2. I know, I'm being pessimistic. I could have grabbed them all and done it. There we go. So JDC AMC is saying stretch the floor. I was going to, but the problem with stretching it is then the squares in the middle will be a different size than everything else. I wanted everything to match. So by doing it this way, they'll all match, and I will be able to put a nice little feature tile in the middle. Or maybe a drain. That probably makes more sense, right? Stick a drain down there because all the water that drips in space.
All the drips. Yeah.
Solid tools. Solid. Ooh, that's kind of fun.
It's got the next part of the song. I like it.
Aaron's just going to screw up more often so he gets a little dance party.
That's right. I kind of like that.
Dance party
It's fun.
on the show.
All right, this is
more dancing.
All right, so in case you have not caught it before, let's go ahead and where can I get this kit bashing kit from?
Gumroad.com/LukeWhitelockDesign.
Is there a discount?
Discount code Whitelock.
Oh,
discount code Whitelockdesign.
Awesome. And we should point out that's not Luke talking. That's just something that I don't know where that voice came from. But it happens to be British. All right, there. Okay, cool. So that sits right in the middle of all those. Get rid of these lines. Whoops. Okay. That's better. It's getting there. It's getting there. Something's happening. All right, I feel like I don't know. I don't really want to put more features on the floor. That feels like not smart. But let me see something here. I'm kind of wondering, is this all one piece? It is all one piece. Okay. I was thinking if they're a smaller piece, we could try like true bend or something, but I don't want to mess with that. This will work okay. Maybe we'll stick something right here. Maybe like more little light feature things. So yeah, let's see if we can find something that'll fit nice on that triangle, and then we'll work on the hatch on the ceiling, and then the doors at the end.
Okie dokie, Aaron.
Is that like a speak and spell voice? Because I feel like that's what I feel like is talking to me.
Yeah, well, I hired a voiceover
Nice.
actor for this stream, so he's just sitting next to me. I just poke him whenever I want him to talk.
I didn't know we had budget for that. Okay.
Oh, we got all kinds.
These two. Hop back over to the bruise maker. I forgot about that. That's fun. All right, so I'm going to take this fellow right here. You know, I'm curious.
I think that was Valkyrie's shield in Thor.
Jody's trying to place all these things now that he knows they were in movies. Oops. I did that thing where I slipped. There we go. Okay, I'll put this right here. Align it to the middle. And then we will rotate it. Need something rotated along, so I'm going to go click and drag across here. And then drag this point up till that point. There we go. All right, I don't like that's not white though. I have to come in here.
Arc Amen on, I guess, of course it's on YouTube. We're only on YouTube nowadays. Yeah, so Chris Sullivan got there first, but is asking about the thing in your left hand. So that's the Space Mouse Enterprise from 3D Connection. Not necessary to use SketchUp. You can just use a 3-button scroll wheel mouse or a trackpad for that matter. But it just makes the presentation a little smoother and the orbiting a little smoother. So yeah, check it out if you'd like.
Maybe it's a lot smoother. I suppose it's all a judgment call.
Yeah, you can decide for yourself.
That's true. You can.
And you will, hopefully.
Yeah, give it a try.
We hope.
I don't know. I guess we don't really have a vested interest in it. If you want to try it, that's awesome. But yeah, I'll say, to do my little Space Mouse rant. I think that you get to a point as a designer where you're how good you get every day. So when you're starting off and you're just learning, you make these big leaps and you get better and better and better, and those leaps start to get smaller and smaller and smaller because you already know this stuff. So you stop making these big leaps and getting better as a designer. And I think that like there's a point where you have to start modifying your tools, which means adding things like extensions to SketchUp and possibly adding the hardware like a 3D mouse, because this has been a big thing for me. I think that was a big step when I figured out how to use a 3D mouse. It definitely helped speed up my own input process. All right, I'm gonna call that floor done. I like it. I'm gonna put one of these. I'm gonna grab one of these guys and put it here in the middle of the floor. Let's move this. Oh, I do have a center point. Awesome.
Nice.
Option. Bring that up the red axis. R for red axis. Oh.
Maybe that just needs to be a little sticky note in the corner of your monitor. You should always say that.
Yeah, I do actually. I spent a lot of the lock-in trying not to pollute my space with sticky notes, but eventually they came back, and mostly I didn't have any. I didn't know where my sticky notes were, so for a long time there, my monitor was sticky note free, but I found them apparently. All right, there we go. All right. Ceiling. So I think I want to keep this. I think I can do this fairly simple. Because I think what I can do, if I hop over to this guy, I'm going straight over for these panels. Let me go right here.
Buckets full of Greeblies.
Yes, those are the ones.
Buckets.
Buckets and buckets. All right.
So could you do like a circular array? Would they create an actual multi-part circle?
Like this? You mean copy this like this and say
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally would.
5x, I think? I'm assuming this is an even piece of a circle, so let's find out. Because it looks like 6 pieces. Oh, Luke.
Boom.
Nice work, Luke. All right, so I'm gonna put that all into a group. I'm gonna Control C that thing. And I'm gonna hop over to the bruise maker. All right, we need to turn on ceilings and turn off floors. Oops. Come on. Man. All right, hold on. I have to bring this in because it's on my clipboard. Set that there. Grab all this stuff. Command X. Hop into my flooring. Let's go into this group. There we go. Edit. Paste in place. Turn my floor. Whoop. Then turn flooring. There we go. Okay, now it's time to get this thing in here. And you know, I was going to have it facing down because I like these details, but when I pasted it facing up like this, I kind of feel like I want to actually use it like that. Let's see how this looks. Grab it by...
That'd be cool. Well, observation skylight.
Yeah, yeah.
There's that. So that's probably multiple panes of protected glass so that you don't have to worry about little rocks hitting you, flying through space, hitting you and killing you.
I would imagine. They're fairly sturdy.
They look beefy.
Let's get it about
and then
the
also
right
you could
size.
open them up, put hinges on the back, and then you could eject someone into space.
They seem to do that a lot on The Expanse. I don't know how much you guys watch that show, but they're always chucking people out the airlock. I feel like. Shift.
So you know how like they open the door and then it just sucks them out. Like, is that actually applying velocity to the thing sucked out? Is that thing now going to just be hurtling through space until it hits something? So every time you eject.
So I've been reading the Expanse books, because I just enjoyed the show so much. I thought it'd be fun to read the books too. And that was in the most recent book, or most recent to me, 6th book or something like that. They were actually just having conversation about that, about all the PDC rounds that are flying through space right now, just until they hit something. And there's no air to slow it down, so unless it hits a planet or a ship, all those rounds are just going.
High speed rockets.
Yeah. So that's a bad thing. Mostly for the whoever it ends up hitting, it's primarily a real bad thing. Okay, that looks cool. I want to shrink it a little more around the middle. Cool. I like that showing. Actually, let's raise it a little, just a tip. No, that's too much. Let's put it down so this point right here, I want to just intersect the ceiling. So I can zoom in, grab that point, vertical arrow to drop it on the blue, boom. All right, and now I'm going to come in here to this, because this is a component. I can actually grab this piece right here and turn everything else back on. And I can actually rotate that piece so it comes up like that over the side of that piece. All right, and now what to do here?
Kit bash.
I'll kit bash. Good call, Adam.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, I got Savage here too. He's just hanging out.
We did do
Where
it.
else would you rather
really
be on Friday?
We have a really talented voice actor that can do both the new automated Englishman.
All right, I'm not sure what it's doing. Oh, I wonder if I have an autosave on or something. It's doing something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm waiting for. There we go. Okay, neither did SketchUp. We're good. Okay. I'm just gonna throw. Wow. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's happening anymore.
Oh, that sounds like somebody else I got over here.
I didn't really know what I was doing.
Can you tell who that is?
That's George Lucas.
Yeah.
I like this game. I want to play this more often. All right, I'm going to pull a circle out that just hides into this. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to go in context. I'm going to edit, paste in place. And then I can pull this up past. There we go. Awesome. Okay. All right. I'm going to save and give it a second. Oh, it turns out Lawrence is an automated Englishman. It's good to know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good to have you tuned in. We even got the bots coming. That's when you know you've made it, you know.
That's right.
The bot viewers.
Yes.
Unless it's all bots.
Yeah.
All right. That made it. Check that out. That was cool. Okay, last piece. I want to put a door on here. So, I turned something off on accident. I want to turn back on too. I don't know where that is. All right, so I'm going to trace this. What's this shape called? Where it's a non-uniform hex or octagonal?
Asymmetrical? Oh,
irregular?
Trapezoid?
This.
Oblong.
Make it components.
Octagon. Obloctagon.
And then what I can do is I can do that because I can come in here now. Again, wanting to make actual modeling as quick and snappy as possible. So there's zero delay as I spin around this thing in 3D because it doesn't have to draw all that other stuff. That's one of the nice. So if you're going back to that question of how do I make my model as snappy as possible, having view, component, edit, hide rest of model, so nice. So anytime you enter a group or component, it hides everything else. And again, where SketchUp gets bogged down is in the process of drawing things to your screen. SketchUp only draws what you can see. So anything that's not on the screen, so the things that are behind where the camera is or turned off, invisible, don't have to get drawn. Anything that's from your camera forward has to get drawn. So if you can minimize how much that is, SketchUp's just going to behave a little bit better. All right, I'm going to do some basic stuff here just on this shape. So I'm going to start by doing an offset. So maybe we'll push this in a little bit. Get that. Offset again. Pull this out. And then scale it down a little bit. Let's look at the startings. Whoops, I exited. The startings of a door type shape. But now we got to get some things on here. So this is where we're going to hop back over. I just saved again. We're going to hop over to the Kit Bash kit. And I think it'd be cool to put like, you know, a windowy shape, maybe find some things that look like hinges we could slap on the side, and then some kind of a control, you know, sci-fi doorknob. Moving for there. So those are 3 pieces I want.
There's a bunch of sci-fi doorknobs right there. You have to shrink them.
Right here, just straight up doorknob. So I think I'm going to grab one of these. That's going to play the part of the window.
They're high-tech doorknobs.
They are. They are very, very
like fingerprint. Have biometric scanners on them and stuff.
These are going to be my hinges, and then we'll just grab one of these handles as the handle. All right. Paste those in. All right, so we'll start with this guy. Get him upright. I kind of feel like that needs to be turned the other way, right? That looks like it's more righter. All right, so I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna use this snap point to put it in the, where'd you go? Come here. All right, so I'm gonna slide that, align that with center. Drop that down a little bit. Ooh, that was good. All right, get some hinges up on here. You are going to rotate like this, and then you're going to rotate like this. I don't know quite where to put this, but oh yeah, I made that. Ooh, looks like it was made just for this. Look, ooh, that's spooky. All right, I'm gonna scale down a touch.
JDC says they have a shortcut for hide rest model. Do you have a keyboard shortcut set up for that?
I do. Mine is Shift Q. No, yes, Shift Q.
Nice.
That's definitely, that is one that, yeah, I flick that one on and off constantly while I'm modeling, because like I said, to actually work on a section of the model, having it isolated is super helpful, but you don't want to necessarily work too long in that isolated view. You want to see how it fits in with the rest of the model. So being able to quickly flip it on and off is super helpful.
Mm-hmm. And Lawrence asked, when are you going to start getting the materials and colors going in here?
Oh, come on. I'm doing details day.
Yeah, that's next week. Painting each individual face one at a time next week.
Yeah, you should do that.
That's the beauty of
3D Warehouse.
Putting it online.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that looks pretty cool. Obviously, that's not. I don't have enough details here for this to stand on its own at this point. I also think that this maybe should go like this, and then we'll slide it over like that. Okay. I'm also going to take this face, intersect face with model, so my hinges don't look like they're protruding through the face. They actually look like they're supposed to be on there. All right, that looks pretty cool. But it needs more stuff. I need like an air conditioning unit down here or something.
On the door?
Yeah.
The way you got cool doors?
Ooh. Yeah, that's exactly what I need.
Or maybe it's the hydraulics that help for the assisting opening the door that weighs, 140 pounds.
What would that look like, you suppose? How about this? Yes, please. One thing I will say that I really like about this kit, because I've worked with I've had a couple different, I've checked out a couple different sets of kit bashing kits. There's a few on the 3D warehouse. One of the things I really like about this is everything seems to be like the proper size. I know with some of the ones I've used, just just playing around, they've been like weird sizes. Like sometimes you'll import something you think is a doorknob size and it's the size of a wall. So this is definitely, it's nice having everything here be pretty much the same size. Purpose built, I think, is the thing I'm touching on there. A couple panels here like this.
Nice.
Okay. Grab that group and I'm going to put it on its own tag so I can control the visibility there. And then I can also say rotate that. Whoops, I do that all the time. Okay. I was still in here when I hit my shortcut key to rotate, so it put a Q in there. All right, so I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna rotate. I got this nice little point at the top now, thanks to that my escape hatch or whatever that is. Option, rotate that 90 degrees. 3x. Let's look inside.
There would be another big reason to get the space mouse.
To navigate through. Oh, to poke your head into stuff. Yeah.
Well, specifically to navigate through a wall.
Man,
scroll forever.
I'm pretty happy right about now. Like yeah, Luke, let me know. Need a hand with your next project? Let's bang that out. Wow, that is a lot of fun to play with. So as a SketchUp user, like this is the closest I've come to Lego, other than modeling Lego.
As a guy who's made things, as a guy who's literally made Lego in SketchUp.
Well, but I've always had to make the Lego. So the fact that I can just like order this kit and use it to make this, that I like that a lot.
That's fair.
That is pretty cool. I'm hired. Shadows. Okay, let me save first, and then well, it's gonna be let's see. Yes, save. We can try turning on shadows, see what happens. I don't have one of these monster machines that some of our pro customers have where, let's see. If I don't animate, it shouldn't be too bad because it should generate it once and then, oh, but it's all closed in. Is it just going to be one dark color? Let's see what happens. Because I made.
I was hoping I'd time
you're optimistic, Matt. There's a lot of geometry to cast shadows here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's the whole thing's going in shadow because there is no outside. So I'm gonna turn that off. But what I will turn on, because somebody was asking about this, a little bit of fog.
A little foggy. There's the humidity you're looking for.
That's right.
Yeah, model in some drips.
Ooh, yeah. We need to get a little off center too, so we're not. That's better. I'm pretty content with what just happened right here.
That's awesome.
That's my goal. I want to hear the "that's awesome" thing at every end. You gotta be honest with me. If it's not awesome, then I don't get that. But I think that's awesome. I like the way that turned out. Yeah, that was awesome. That's fun. That was. I got to go back to what I was saying. Having like the pieces you can just put together is really cool, because I've done models, you know, like this where there's pieces, and personally I end up, this little guy right here, this is what I spend all day on, just like modeling that piece. And I go back, more circles, less circles, and I go through and I scale, and I will spend like an entire afternoon on a Greebly. So the fact that I come in and play with this, and the other cool thing was using scale on these pieces too. So to take this, you know, ductwork right here and slap it up against the wall and make it like something, that's pretty fun too. That was cool. So yeah, so thank you, Luke. Thanks for letting me use this kit. This was a blast. And yeah, I highly recommend anybody who does this kind of stuff, check that out. That was really cool. A lot of good stuff in there. I feel like I used only about a third of what was inside the kit too.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll punch that link into the chat again. And the promo code.
Luke said that promo code is good for 2 days, so 48 hours. So
nice.
Yeah, check that out. Very, very cool. I liked it. There it is.
I suppose the next thing to try and do is use those parts to create like Darth Vader's hydration chamber or whatever that thing is that he sits in when he has his helmet off.
Oh,
his Sith spa.
Yeah. Sith spas.
What does the promo code get you again? Is it
discount on the
discount? Okay.
Yeah, I
couldn't remember how much it was.
Was it something percent off? It's a
yeah, it's a percentage.
I don't remember how much, but there's definitely a percent off. Awesome. Well, yeah. Hey, let's call it there. I don't think we can do much more other than hurt ourselves at this point. Yes. So check it out. Check out Luke's training video that's up there on. I believe that's on Gumroad as well. So yeah. And really, if you haven't seen his work, check out his Instagram too, because he posts some of the movies he's working on, and I can say for me, it is some of my favorite movies. So that is always cool to see. Yeah, but I think, so 10 pounds off. 10 pounds off the purchase of the model. So cool.
Great deal, and a great load of fun as well. So yeah, check it out.
All right. Well, with that, I think we will call it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming over to YouTube if you watched it elsewhere and came here today. Hopefully you enjoyed that, learned something, enjoy something. Maybe you'll check out Luke's kit. So, but on behalf of Jody, Matt, Nick, and all of SketchUp, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Until next time, we'll be back here again next Friday at noon Mountain Time. But that's all we got. So stay safe, stay sane, and we will see you next time.
See you guys.